Hi folks, we've come to Chester, to the Chester Museum, so we're going to have a look around. Grosvenor Museum. Opening hours, they close on Mondays, but Tuesday to Saturday 10:30 till 5 and Sunday 1 till 4. It's free admission, but donations are welcome. Let's go and take a look inside. It's where they're excavating the amphitheatre, which is not far from here, just up the road. The Chester Amphitheatre project. Some drawings. Excavation at Chester Roman Amphitheatre 2004. So this is by Julia Ridgely, born 1948. Nice little watercolour there, that's them excavating the amphitheatre there. And you've got another one just up there, look. Nice little watercolours. So the discovery of the amphitheatre. So it lay hidden under buildings until it was accidentally rediscovered in 1929. Found during building work at D House Ursuline Convent School, which is next to the amphitheatre. No longer a school, but they were doing the building up. I'm not sure what it's going to be used for. There's a guy there, look. There he is. Doesn't look very happy, does he? Doing the excavation work. Is anybody going to the school? The convent school, Ursuline Convent School. Discovery was just in time. Plans have been made to rebuild the new gate and strengthen the curving road leading to the gate. There's a little map. The outbreak of World War II postponed the work on the site until 1950s. Excavation uncover and display the northern half of the amphitheatre in the 1950s to the 1970s, led by Hugh Thomas. So, one building of timber in the late 70s AD and one rebuilt in stone in the 100 AD. So the monument was opened for public in 1972. Here's some more pictures of it. Iron Age, 2,400 to 2,000 years ago. Wow. That one there, look. Before the amphitheatre, the Romans built their fortress on rocky road sandstone outcrop above a ford in a river at the head of the great estuary leading to the sea. The Romans were not the first to be drawn to this plateau. The 2006 excavation revealed most evidence from prehistoric occupation ever found in Chester. So we've got the Iron Age. The Neolithic, if I said that right, 6,000 years ago. Bronze Age tools were found at the site. The site itself may have been occupied at this time, but people were clearly in the area. Mesolithic, 8,000 years ago. The earliest human activity found on the site was waste from tool making, flint cores. So people definitely working here. And some of the tools of the cause were made from flints found locally by some, came from Eastern Britain. There we go, look. You can see better than that. There you go. So we've come on a Friday today. You do get school parties coming, but I'm not sure how busy it is on the weekends. Discovery of 2 amphitheatres, wow. So the amphitheatre is across the road from, there's a pub called Off the Wall, and there's a hotel as well on the other side. Trial excavations in 2000-2003 by Keith Matthews of Chester Archaeology identified undisturbed archaeology in the northern area of the site. So this is the amphitheatre there. So the red amphitheatre 1, in green amphitheatre 2. The dots are the extra buttress, and then you've got the red lines is the timber slot. Loads and loads of dots, external service, and there's lines and dots, deposits associated with amphitheatre 1. So it tells you there, the mall, look. Wow. So you've got Little St John Street, and you've also got a St John's Church as well next to it, and the place to visit. So this is the amphitheatre here. So there you go, you can see the red is the amphitheatre 1 and the green is the amphitheatre 2. And this is what it would have been like originally. Many years ago. In the early 200s AD, the amphitheatre was rebuilt. The new amphitheatre had 12 entrances, a new grander entrance on the north and south. Entrances were built smaller, known in Latin as vomitoria. These led upstairs from the upper tier of wooden seats. Large block of stone with an iron fitting at its centre was placed in the centre of the arena, and the outside was decorated with carved stone pillars. Some more artefacts found. Some nails and bits of pottery there. That's some like pick things. Look like made from bone or something. After the Romans, by the late 3rd century, public events were no longer being held at the amphitheatre. At least one of the entrances had been blocked and soiled had been built up over the floor. There is evidence of disused amphitheatres being used as forfeited settlements. The founding of the Church of St John may be linked to the ruined amphitheatre, 689 AD. The excavations show that the amphitheatre's large eastern entrance had been altered to create a separate building. This building may be in the original church. There are examples of early Christian churches there, elsewhere in the Roman Empire. So we've got the stone walls of the amphitheatre were robbed for other uses, and the amphitheatre began to disappear from view. So that's St John's Church, and you've got the ruins as well next door, which we have done in a previous video. So you can check that out. Some more artefacts. Last time I visited this museum, I must have been about the age of 10 with school. Trying to, so that you can see without getting shadow. So there's different like rings. It looks like a comb. That reminds me of the knit combs we used to have at school. And the knit nurse used to come round. Never had knits. Everybody else in the class did, but I didn't. Don't ask me why, but probably didn't like my hair. But anyway. And some different things there, look at that. It's amazing, isn't it? All these artefacts I found. Bit of a pot there, look at that. Shame it's not intact, but still. Medieval pot. Jug, the only near complete vessel found in the medieval pits cut into the backfilled arena. It was probably made in North Wales. Woo! Late 13th century. So you go 13th century pottery there, folks. Wow. Look at that little thimble. It's one of them in the sewing box home. Not green colour though. It's probably, don't know whether it could be cleaned up or not. Some more bits of pottery at the back there, look at that. So there's a picture of that pottery down there. Or some bits of pottery, look. Owl cup cover. Tin glazed earthware, the eyes, beak, talons, possibly legs were gilded, made in southern Germany, 1540, 1560. Oh, so it's in the special exhibition, that owl. So they must have found that. Wow. Got all the bones. Loads of bones. A bird. One says bird. Bit of interactive for the kids. Look at this big stone here. Part of the amphitheatre. So folks, I'm carrying an umbrella around me, that's what you can hear the rustlings. It's a bit wet outside today. First week of March. Look like jewellery, rings. I want to say, look. Gemstones and rings, yeah. And the gems at the back. Got some more pottery down here, look. Like Roman pottery, even glass, look. Some nice blue glass there. Soil containing rubbish from elsewhere in Cheshire was imported to the amphitheatre site to create the seating bank. The rubbish included household pottery, glass and debris. Did you say where is anything from? Fragments of bowls. So 80 to 100 AD there. Greyware, doesn't say. Early life. Some more here of the tethering stone. The stone block was found sitting on the stone floor of the arena, close to the arena centre. The lead plug of the centre of the stone secures remains. A wild animal could have been chain to the iron fitting. 2 other stones were fittings for iron bars were found during the 1960s excavation. The animals would have fought each other, or dogs, or gladiators, but like fighting them. So it was used in recent times. Bear baiting was banned in 1835. So bear baiting stone in recent times, in the 18th century. Wow. Some more artefacts found. And the witches, you've got the under there. So some more things found. 17th and 20th century. So this is more later stuff. Oh, that nice big pottery there. So 1964, after the war, the fine houses and gardens returned. St John's House stood on the northern area, built in 1664 and rebuilt in the 18th century. Plates. Tiger bread. The swinging new bread in the twist and seal bag. And that's how much it cost. 1 and 1. 1970 plastic bread bag. The bag dates before the decimalisation of British currency, 1971. The year 1960s, mass-produced sliced bread, generally wrapped in wax paper, a cellophane or paper, so this bag is probably the late 1960s or early 70s. So it's found by the archaeologists. It may have been an archaeologist lunch. Tiger bread. Like a bit of tiger bread. The floor. Wow. And stairs going up there. Don't know, is it going to go in that room? Oh, that's like a meeting room. Some more bits here for you, look. Look at that pottery. There's a bowl or jug. It's got a handle on it, so it'll be a jug. And that looks like a shovel or something. Yeah, it's in there, where they have talks and show films. Quite like band building. It's got all old. Probably can't go in there, can you? Or can you? Oh, you can. Wow. Someone's done some nice drawing there, look. Artwork on the walls. Quite a big room. The old seats going down. The old cinema seats. Probably where they have the school kids and do little history shows and all that. Oh, and it's got up here, look. Cheshire Society of Natural Science, Literature and Art. So 1871, all the way up to 1912. Here we go. Blake, fancy bread baker and confectioner. Anybody remember Blake bakers? This is something the children have done, isn't it? And they've made it into stained glass. Quite good, isn't it? Oh, there's pictures. I think this is like modern day people just dressed up in fancy old-fashioned clothes. So nice room. Big room. Carry on. So like I said, it's free to get in. You can give donations if you wish, but you don't have to. Some posters there. I wonder if that was that room that we've just been in. The interior room of the house of the senior showroom at Diva. Maybe that's the room we've just been in. The horses there. There is a gift shop in here as well, so you can buy gifts. There's a book about excavations. That's the amphitheatre one there. And then you've got the Roman fortress and the baths. There's a cafe, I think, is it Bridge Street Cafe? I think it's called. I just done a little video on it and I add it to this one. It used to be Spudgy like, and if you ask, you can go down the back, down the stairs, and see part of an original Roman baths. Use your torch on your phone because it's quite dark down there, but it's amazing. Go and take a look. I may add the video onto this one. There you go. Oh, look at him, he looks scary, doesn't he? Scary man. Roman. They do have Roman walks around the walls. People dressed up to do guided tours. I think if you go to the visitor centre, you can get information and book in. Or maybe if you come to the museum here, they may have more information for you. It's another way to pay. So if you want to donate, you can put coins here in this Roman guy. Or you can use your card. But you don't have to donate, that's just your choice. So look what this says. The tablet records grateful remembrance of Hugh Grosvenor, 1st Duke of Westminster, whose noble generosity made the erection of this building possible in December 1899. You've got your lifts there, so there's wheelchair accessible. Just look at the walls. Got a bust of Robert Armstrong, Yebra, active in 1897. There he is. So what was he then? Conservation Member of Parliament. Alright. Anyway. Toilets down there, I think. Baby changing toilets, disabled toilets and all that. Roman stones. Portrait of John. Oh no, there isn't a portrait there. portrait's missing. So got some Roman stones. Got, oh, wow. Look at them. Roman stones. God, look at the markings on them.
When he says it was always warm, not like here, where it seems always to be cloudy. Mark is always complaining about the cold.
Oh, look at that one's got writing on it as well.
Marcus loved the army. He was proud of his legion, the 20th Valerian legions. They were brave and fierce.
No, it's hard to read, but someone it's got down here has done it. So that's what it reads on there, which is letters, numbers, writing. Anybody knows what that means?
It was all he knew since he was a boy.
That's what's on that one there.
Working hard and then relaxing in the bathhouse. He enjoyed the taverns too, until he met me, that is.
Okay.
I met Marcus here in Deepon. I had a shop here outside the walls, and he would come in and visit, buy extra meals. The cost of food was deducted from his wages, as was the cost of clothing and food. But Marcus was always...
Because Shay's wrong.
He also paid into a burial club to pay for the special burial rites.
Okay.
Much earlier than I expected.
There we go. Hanbridge urns. The urns were found in Hanbridge area of Chester, where there was a Roman cemetery. According to Roman law, no one could be buried within the city walls, so burial grounds were alongside the roads leading out of the fortress. Chester is a Roman city. It has Roman walls around the city, which is a lovely walk. Start off one point and you end up back in the same point around the walls. Takes you along the river, through the city. Wow, look at all
He had
these.
9 fine medals awarded for bravery. The silver falcon, which he wore on his chest. His real
Loads and loads of Roman stones found.
That beautiful sideways crest, the sign of his rank. He looked so magnificent. Even though he had people to do it for him, he still spent hours polishing it. In the cold winter months, I made him wear 2 long-sleeved tunics, woolen trousers, and his thick cloak, along with those woolen socks he was always asking for. Marcus commanded 80 legionaries, a good bunch of men, he said. He trained them how to fight, so they were
See the drawings on that,
but he did have to be tough with them if they stepped out of line.
and the writing underneath.
I was allowed to move into his quarters inside the fort. They're much better than the ordinary.
No idea
Nice
all the writing means, but like on the previous one I showed you.
He had a terrible fever. And even though I
And that
prayed
was
to the
more
gods, the medicus said there was nothing
of the stones.
He was 50 when he died.
Can almost read what that says. I think that says cloves.
We laid him out with his feet facing the door.
Or
friends and mourners could pay their last respect.
or something like that. Not sure.
She put a coin in his mouth. Was laid.
That's a C. I think it's a C, not a G.
Here, the cemetery
And
outside
guard.
the
Dog.
His men accompanied us, and I'm paid for professional mourners
It's
and
like
musicians
Roman
too.
writing or something.
They all wore black and carried torches, just
Cloves. And it's got numbers. Ivy. Spark.
And food too, to keep him
Anyone
nourished
knows
where he's going to.
what that says. And it says got front.
Marcus wrote
Up
in his
front.
will that he wanted me to set up a tomb to him outside the fortress
Front.
walls. I chose what to put on it and found a stonemason to carve it all for me.
Not sure. But anyway.
It was expensive, but as I said, Marcus had some money saved.
There we go.
The front of the tomb shows Marcus with his staff, so that everybody will know
That
that
one's
he's a
got
centurion.
some figurine on it.
I'm smaller and
Must be
standing
the
slightly
legs.
behind him. I've left a
And the
space
outfit.
for my inscription to be carved.
Yeah, and
from
there's
the
ones up there the
tiles.
same.
I'm not sure who the mason got to carve the inscription. It's not very good. The letters aren't straight, and they've made a mistake with Marcus's name, but I couldn't afford to get it done again.
There you go.
At least they got the religious inscription I wanted on the side right. I visit him every year on the anniversary of his death to share a meal with him.
Pots.
A faithful and dutiful wife.
Nothing in that. Oh, there's little pictures on the wall. Just a little art gallery section.
Extremely exciting was here to be displayed in the museum.
Street. Oh yeah, it is number 20 Castle Street, a house through time.
First photograph uncovered by Mr. Matthews Jones.
There's a house as well that you can go. Skills only. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna you can go in the house.
There are sculptures
Downstairs. We'll come to that bit. I'll have a look at this grand building. So that's, yeah, toilets through there. And this one, Robert Newstead, one camera, sit, there's his bust. Professor Newstead. Professor Robert Newstead was the first curator of the Grosvenor Museum. There we go. He was appointed when the museum opened in 1886 and worked here till 1905, when he left to take up a post as a lecturer at the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine. Got some coins. Got the old coins. So it tells you what they are. Quite a lot of different coins compared to today. Wow. Let's have a look at this. So the Principia headquarters building was the most important and impressive building in the fortress. Inside it, most of the paperwork and day-to-day running of the Legion was carried out. A large courtyard was surrounded by offices, a great hall called the Basilica. It had aisles and a nave and would have looked very much like a large church. Some of the drums that supported it. Some of the drums from some of the columns that once supported the roof of the Basilica. Is that how you say it? Huh? So this is what would be inside the Roman walls. And if you come to Chester, where the old bus station is, and you head to a pub called Dublin Packet, and you go down the entry there, and you can see there's an archway. That archway is part of the original market. So, the very first market that was in Chester in the 60s. But if you go through that archway, there's remains of a strong room on the right hand side, which you can go and take a look at. They are displayed in Hamilton Place, which you can reach by walking through the archway, marked on the arrow here, next to the Dublin Packet in Chester. So there's your Dublin Packet, there's your archway, through that archway, and you will see the strong room. The artefact inside as well, and it's got glass, so you can look in. More bits of antifix, a fragment of antifix decorating with boar. With the boar, the symbol of the 20th Legion of Valerie Victrix. A stamped roof tile. Wow, look at that. It's got a stamp on it, roof tile. The 20th was one of the oldest regiments in the Roman army. A roof tile stamped with leg XXVV, made by soldiers from the 20th Legion, Valerie Victrix. That's it. Some more pottery. Wow, look at all this. Bits of jug. Look at that one, nice blue, that one. I've no idea what that is. Where is it? There it is. Look like 3 egg cups put together. I wonder what they put in that. Tableware and kitchenware. That's all this would have had. Tableware and kitchenware. Look at that bowl. Got your jugs where they would have had their drinks. Wine or mead or whatever they drank in them days. Water. No, I'm not sure. What else have we got here? What is that? A bronze cauldron. So those are like fragments they must have found, and they've stuck it on plastic case to make it look, to show you the object was discovered by Professor Newstead during his excavation. It's a bronze. So it could have been used for a cooking pot or storing liquids. It's been repaired with rivets 14 times during its period of use and was clearly a valued piece of equipment. Don't think you can use it now though. Just some buildings. Look at that. Oops. Bang me and blow on the glass. Replica of military diploma found in Malpas, Cheshire. Only 13 such diplomas have been discovered in Britain. This is the most complete one known. So that's a diploma. Military diplomas are certificates inscribed in bronze. They were issued to auxiliary soldiers when they had served 25 years. Diplomas granted citizenship. Citizenship to soldiers and their children, and they made their marriages legal. Bit like a marriage certificate. But not on paper like today. Wow, look at that. Pretty cool, isn't it? It's like bells or something. For the cavalry. Cavalry bells. So embossed bronze worn by centurions. Arrowheads. Spearheads, big ones. The luggage labels. These are all the military equipments. Looks like a big knife or something. Earrings. God, look at them. Roman earrings were usually either simple hoops or more elaborate drop styles. They could be made from bronze or precious metals, were plain or decorated, and could even include gemstones and glass and beads. So this is all like jewellery. Earrings. Because they look like modern day earrings, some ones, but... Rings. With gemstones in. Finger rings. Bracelets. Brooches. Beads. Pretty beads. And pins used as either clothes or hair fasteners. No good for my hair, my thick hair. Look at that one there. There's loads of stuff to see here. Building materials. So the different kinds of materials found. Cement floor tiles. Mortar and painted wall plaster. Glass and window fasteners. There's some tools on the walls. Used. There's some big nails. Large iron nails. Hammers, knives, chisels and wedges were also used. More artifacts. So these are writing equipment. So you've got pens. And they might have been part of pots. stamps, wax seals, protected with bronze. Mirrors. The mirrors are made from polished silver or bronze, silvered glass. That must be a piece of it there, see, that they found. Toilet instruments. Okay. So sorry, you can't see them there, can you? There they are. Camera's doing this. So I think bathing, healing, and cleanliness were important to the Romans, who often visited the public baths. Toilet instruments used to clean the body, including a strigil, a long curved object used to scrape grime from the skin while bathing. Tweezers, ear picks, probes, nail cleaners, and combs were also common, along with items like razors, unclean oils, and perfumes contained with small glass bottles were massaged into the skin. Cosmetics would also have been worn. So there you go, that's what they are. Bathing and toiletry instruments and bottles. Okay. Locks and keys. Spoons and knives. Metal and glass vessels like jugs. Furniture fittings. You've got the handles, nails. So, oil lamp, remnants of oil lamp, pits there. And you can see the oil lamp down here, look, that they used to use. Artificial light was provided by oil lamps. Candles were placed into ceramic or metal candlesticks. So there's the candlesticks. And glass. Feeding bottle or oil bottle. The type of pottery vessel has been found on many sites across Britain. It has been identified as both a baby's feeding bottle and an oil bottle used to fill lamps. Where's that one down there? Small bottle. It's quite small, isn't it? Feeding a baby. The Roman fortress at Cheshire. Oh, there it is. There's the amphitheatre there, or what would have been. And there's your Roman, the walls around the city. People say if you were born inside the walls, you're a Cestrian. I was born in Chester, but I wasn't born inside the walls, I was born outside. A few miles up the road. Hospital which was built when it must have been in the 70s, I was born in the 70s. So there you go, that's what it would have looked like. Lots of other little buildings. And that's the River Dee. That goes all the way up to North Wales where I live. loads and loads of different, oh wow, what's that? Castle Street, a skeleton of a young man discovered in the well of a Roman Manshore posting house, Castle Street. Okie dokie. Let's go and see what else we can see. There's lots of interactive things. Great place to bring the kids. Interactive things. That's a no-go downstairs there. We've done all the stuff here. We've been there. I had a look in there. I think that's the gift shop in there. I think we're going upstairs now, I think. Wow, look at the grand staircase. Beautiful. And the archways, look at the archways. Let's go and have a look. Some Sir Randolph Crewe, Sir Thomas Crewe and Nathaniel Crewe. Portraits came from Crewe Hall, southeast to Cheshire. Who does say painted in the 17th century, and to emphasise the importance of the family line, the panels surround his brother Sir Thomas Crewe. The panels form part of a set showing members of the Crewe family. The portrait of Sir Randolph Crewe is based on etchings from 1664. I wonder what they did. This one's Alan Gardner, 2010, born 1968. A native of Cheshire, many of his blocks are influenced by legends. There we go. Painting there. Anyway, let's go up the stairs. So we'll do this bit first. Taxidermy. Don't like taxidermy. A fox and a dog. Or is it a dog? Or is it a fox? That is the question. The other one is definitely a fox. Yeah. Oh, taxidermy. Yeah, what's him? Rabbit. In the little jars. Bats. Historic caves within the grounds of Beeston Castle. Bats. Some rare horseshoe bats were discovered during a recent hibernation check. The species were last recorded in 1948. And this is the otter. Otter. Pressed flowers, look. Birds. Don't really like these stuffed animals. Victorians loved them, didn't they? Can't really look in there because, oh, can you? Oh yeah. Let's put my bag down. Let's see. Trying to show you what's in there. Can't really see much, can you? Insects they are. But there you go. My bag. Insects. Oh, that's rock salt. Different types of stone found. A little bit more with the kiddies, interactive stuff. Fox. So this is all about the wildlife and the animals around. Different types of birds. Camera can stay straight, look at that. Nice. Birds' nests. Make your own bird box and safely secure it to a tree and a building or a hedge. Yeah, there's loads of different wildlife and animals here. Cave bones. During the Ice Age, animals. We've got horse bones. So this is the Ice Age. Dog. Got bones from the dogs. Bears. Dogs. What else we have? Hyenas. Hippos. Wolves. Foxes. All in the Ice Age. Kingfishers. It's a big one. Cormorant. And a heron. Yeah, you see them down. If you go down the river in Chester, there's usually one of them knocking about the water towards the bridge. The cars go over. I'm telling you that's real. Crazy, yeah. Let's go find the rest of the stuff now. Fossils. Different periods. Different periods of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. And the different creatures that were around. Okay, this. The stained glass window. Beautiful. Trying to see what it says. Just as the, can't read that, the trees. No, but right. Let's go down the steps. Take a look down the stairs here, look. Beautiful staircase. We've just been up there, in that little room there. Let's go up here now then. It's bigger than you think, isn't it? What's in these? Silverware. Making of silver. Ooh. Chester Church plate, St Michael's Church, St Bridget's Church, St Olive's Church, St Martin's Church. There's St Martin's Church. That one there, St Olive's Church, St Bridget's Church, and then further up, St Michael's Church. St Michael's was one of the medieval parishes, 1496. It closed the work in the Oh, so the Chester Heritage Centre is now St Michael's Church. Oh, yes, I know. It's Bridge Street. As you go down Bridge Street, when you get to the traffic lights, that's the church. Am I correct? St Bridget's Church, Chester. Opposite St Michael's in 1828, it was demolished. Demolished to make way for the Grosvenor precinct. Look at that. So where the Grosvenor precinct is now, that would have been there to make way for shops. This one here is St Olive's. The church was very poor. 1839, the parish was united with St Michael's. So this is the first church we're seeing. Restored in 1859 for use as a school. It later became an adult education centre. So, trying to work out where that is. Is that down the bottom of Bridge Street somewhere where the dolls shop used to be? Anyone know in Chester? Let me know. From Chester. This one here stood on the side of Nicholas Street. Yeah, no, Nicholas Street. Become ruined in 721 and then rebuilt. The parish was united with St Bridges. 1842. Oh, the building was demolished. So Nicholas Street is more towards the racecourse. I think it's the main road, isn't it? Where the big townhouses are, which they are offices now. Those of silverware. So I wonder if this is for some other churches. They may have had like wine and things in them for the church. A bit like that one there. That's what I used to have like that when I was little. I used to go to church with my granny because my granny was a big Catholic. I used to have that. I used to have wine. You'd all get a sip of the wine and a piece of the bread. Basically a circular shaped wafer. Nice gold coloured. So it's like I was going to say, is that a trumpet? Yeah, horn. The Delamere horn, symbol of office and hereditary chief forester of the Delamere Forest. That's on the shape of a seashell. There's loads of information on these silverwares. Too much to read. We'll be here all day reading it all. Chester race cups. So this is a Chester race course. We have a big race course here. Used to be one of the Queen Elizabeth's favourites. Queen Elizabeth II, the late Queen. Great day out, race day. I've been a couple of times myself. Like getting the dolled up and new fancy outfits on. And they also have family days there as well. There's more silverware, so there's a toast rack. And then little stands, but where did we put some hot pots on or something? Got the fork. How shiny they are. Like a serving fork or something in it, and picture frames and gosh. It's like a little gravy boat. Or some sauce boat. Little forks for, I don't know, look like little cake forks or the kids' forks. Because I used to have little forks with that when I was little. With Disney characters on. So this is all silverware section. Look at that. Some squares. The cake slice. It looks like something you do plastering with, but I think the cake slice. Just to scoop up your cake. Don't think there's anything down here. The mayor's parlour was moved to the location from the ground floor to the gallery. Can't go in there. Oh yeah, so we can, but not the moment they're doing a display in there. Display. Right, what else have we got? Have we got in this bit here? Yep, we can go in this bit, look. Wow, look at all these here. Painting all over the world. A room full of paintings. If you like your art. Look at the pillars and the stairs. You got that. You can see all the symbols on there. Right, we go here now. Look. Just the amphitheatre owl. 16th century curiosity. Where was the owl found? Oh yeah, so this is from when we seen it downstairs, a picture of it. So that's them digging, that's supposed to be where they found it. The owl was found in a large pit dug into the layers of soil covering the centre of the amphitheatre arena. The pit produced one of the most intriguing group of finds from 2004 to 2006, so smashed owl cup drinking glasses, animal bird bones. The pit contained leftovers from breakages from the feast held around the middle of the 16th century. Wow. So, an ex-radiographer of the owl. And then you've got the head and the body of the owl. The owl is remarkable not just for its delightful appearance. It is very unusual to find such an owl cup in Britain, and particularly one that's almost complete. So, the amphitheatre owl, where was it made? Owl jugs, especially those made in Staffordshire, are well known in Britain in the late 17th and 18th century, but more than 100 years earlier they were fashioned in Germany and Low Countries for cups in the shape of owls, as well as other birds and animals. So therefore the 16th century context of the pit and the smaller appearance suggests the owl has travelled from Germany. So here you go, this is the owl. That's the front and side view. The vessel in the form of an owl. And there's the back. Made in southern Germany, possibly in Bolzano or Bolzano. The blank shield on the front would have displayed the arms of the Holy Roman Empire. The arms would have been painted in unified colours, as would the imperial crown above the two figures in relief. The paint has since worn away, so that's a bit there. So here we go.
His wings open. His wings open.
Owl cup, made in Germany.
It's a cup and course amazing.
Tin glazed earthenware, traces of gold in the eyes, beak, and talons suggest they, and possibly the legs, were glided. The body serves as cup, and the head is a lid or cover, is unglazed on the inside. So a cup or a lid for the top. Mad, isn't it? No handle on it like today though. Another owl cup, made in Germany, made from different material. Parcel gilt silver. The wings are hinged so they can be opened. Oh, coconut. Coconuts were a rare novelty in the 16th century. They were imported into Europe. So the middle bit's coconut. And we've got another cup and cover in the form of an owl. And this wing's also open too. Made from silver, gilt, black glass eyes. And the wings are hinged so they can be opened and closed. And it's got engraving around the neck. I think it says drink. And then it's got something in German which translates as drink up, set down, pour and repeat. So I'll show you that. So these are the 19th and 20th century owls. Got salt, that's salt and pepper. Possibly an egg cup at the back. There could be a drinking cup. And there's another one there where the lid comes off. Oh, it's a money box. So this owl, pinky red colour one there is a money box. That one there is like it's got handles on it, so it'd be like a jug. can't go in there, staff only. Very mean of the minute. Look at the door frame. Beautiful door frame. And you can't go upstairs, so that's the learning. Second floor, school learning zone, pre-book groups only. Now there is a house here as well, which is all done out. Part of the museum, which is separate on the side, but I don't know if you're allowed to go in it or whether it's for school. I'll investigate in a bit, but we'll have a look up there. Look up there. All the emblems on the around. I'm going to go up a step. And then you've got the ceiling. There is light coming through the middle. Very interesting place, loads of information here. Not just Roman, but you know, lots of artefacts from Cheshire and Chester. Look at the floors. The old-fashioned radiators you used to have at school. And there's artwork around along the walls as well. So I just thought I'd give you a little look. Some people may have been here before, but if you haven't, this is the Grosvenor Museum in Chester, not far from the law courts. So if you're in the town centre, head down Bridge Street to the traffic lights. When you get to the traffic lights, cross over and go right and just follow it down. There's a bus stop, and I think there's a charity shop, Save the Children, I think. Can't remember what charity shop's called, but it's next door basically. Big building. Or if you're coming in the car, it's not far from the law courts. The Grosvenor Museum in Chester. And that's the look. This must be like artwork the children have made, look. Do a lot of work with schools and children. And even on the holidays they have groups where they do different things for the kids. Right, I'll go and investigate now if we can go and see in the house, or there's any bits that I missed. I hope you like this video, a bit of a long one, but come and check it out guys, the Grosvenor Museum in Chester. Unfortunately guys, the house is closed. They're doing like renovation works. They're not sure if it's going to be open. And if it is, hopefully it'll be turned into some kind of museum. The stuff that was in it, most of it was from London, and apparently it's gone back. So that's the back of the house there, which was once a house that somebody lived in. But yeah, hopefully we'll see. Keep our ears open when it's back open, and then we can have a look around inside. The old houses here with the old street lamps. Anyway, there you go. A little bit of this is the side of the museum, look. Grand old building, isn't it? Right, time to go and get a nice hot drink. Go over one of the cottages. The old sign up there, eh? Hey look, that one's got, you can see inside that one, is it derelict? Don't know if even someone's lounge. Oh yeah?
Is that one empty?
Ah, they got rid of the fireplace. That is disgusting. I hate that when you go to houses. There you go, like a modern fireplace, isn't it? Where's the old-fashioned fireplace? I would have left that in. It's got the original windows and doors. But other than that, it's a shame, isn't it? Imagine living here. where would you park? I suppose you'd park there, wouldn't you? But God, look at the chimneys there. They need some work on them there.
Oh gosh, that needs
Can you
one
see
big,
them?
isn't it? Wow.
Whether they can see that or not, but anyway.
Oh, 13.
Nice houses, very nice. Look at the doors, all original. They must have some kind of preservation on them where they can't touch the windows and doors unless they have to. Anyway, look at them big doors there. Surely there must have been steps to go into that there. 'Cause that's a big drop. Oh well, anyway. Let's go get ourselves a nice cup of tea. See you later.